What's up and welcome back to the channel, or if you're new, welcome to the channel. My name is Angle and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Today we're going to go through all the categories for the Game Awards. There are 29 different categories, and yeah, we're just going to go through them all. We're going to talk about them a little bit. I'm not going to go like extremely in depth about all the categories. This is going to be more like of a casual thing, but without further ado, let's get to the voting. Okay, do they make you vote for Game of the Year first? Recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. Ooh. Damn. Really? No Ghost of Yotei? I feel like that would have easily made Game of the Year. So unfortunately, I have not played Donkey Kong Bonanza, Hades 2, or Hollow Knight Silksong. So I really don't have like any opinion on these three games. I have played Kingdom Come 2, Death Stranding 2, and Claire Obscure Expedition 33, and I mean, out of Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, and Kingdom Come 2, I think Kingdom Come would be like my third place. But honestly, I think Expedition 33 sweeps this category. Honestly, I got about maybe like 80% through Expedition 33. I still haven't even finished it, but like, man, that game is just addicting. It is so freaking good. Like, I 100% have to go back and finish it soon. And then my second place would probably be Death Stranding 2. I really enjoyed that game. Norman Reedus and that whole cast is absolutely amazing, but I think I'd have to go Expedition 33. Next category, Best Game Direction. I was just seeing if my face cam was blocking anything. Awarded for Outstanding Creative Vision and Innovation in Game Direction and Design. Well, once again, I haven't played Hades 2, nor Split Fiction. If we're going for Creative Vision, Game Direction and Design, although I do think Expedition 33 looks amazing, I think Ghost of Yotei looks way better. I played that on the PS5, not even on the PS5 Pro, and this game looks absolutely stunning. It's graphically amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go for Ghost of Yotei. Next category, Best Narrative, for Outstanding Storytelling and Narrative Development in a Game. I have played all of these. Honestly, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is probably going to be like 5th place out of all of these games. Like, I enjoyed this game, but like, I was just really not the hugest fan of this game. For me, the combat is pretty much what killed this game for me. But we're going for storytelling and narrative development. I think Ghost of Yotei's story is pretty simple. It's just a basic revenge story. There's really nothing new about that. I think it's either Expedition 33 or Death Stranding 2. It sucks because I don't know how Expedition 33 ends yet. But honestly, I think I'm gonna go for Death Stranding 2. I really enjoyed the story of that game. There were like a pretty decent amount of twists and turns and stuff you really didn't see coming. So like, I'm gonna have to go with that. What's next? Best Art Direction, for Outstanding Creative and/or Technical Achievement in Artistic Design and Animation. Okay, once again, I haven't played these two, so it's basically up to these three. I think all of these games, visually amazing. Their designs are freaking phenomenal. Surprisingly, I think it might be between Yotei and Death Stranding 2 for this one. I think I'm gonna go for Yotei. I just can't get over how artistically beautiful that game is. It just looks phenomenal. Best Score and Music, for Outstanding Music inclusive of Score, Original Song, and/or Licensed Soundtrack. Damn. It's either Expedition 33 or Death Stranding 2. I did like the Yotei soundtrack, but it's not my favorite. I think we'll go for Expedition 33 on this one. That music was just... it really got you in the mood. It's really catchy. It just fits the atmosphere of their game just phenomenally. Best Audio Design, recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design. I'm definitely not voting for Battlefield 6. There's no way. It's hard not to pick Expedition 33, and yeah, I think I'm probably gonna pick that. Not much else to say about that one. Oh, Best Performance. Awarded to an individual for voiceover acting, motion, and/or performance capture. Oh. Oh, Ben Starr, Charlie Cox, Erika Ishii, Jennifer English, Konatsu Kato, and Troy Baker. Oh! Troy Baker is just king of voice acting, am I right? Oof, this is a hard one. Honestly, I don't know. Did these two even do mocap for Expedition 33? Honestly, I think my sleeper pick might be Erika Ishii. I think the voice of her character sounded great. Her character looked fucking cool as shit. Silent Hill F I have mixed opinions about. I don't know if this is the English actor that voiced over the dubbed version for the English, or if this is the Japanese voice actor, maybe? Okay, I really did like Troy Baker in The Great Circle, but I think Erika Ishii steals it for me. She had a great performance in Yotei. Innovation in accessibility. Recognizing software and/or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, tech, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. Okay, I haven't played Shadows. I played Atomfall. Not really a fan of it, to be honest. I enjoyed Doom the Dark Ages a decent amount, and I haven't played these two, but I think I'm gonna go for Doom the Dark Ages. That game had a lot of settings, I'm pretty sure. It had a lot of accessibility stuff. Honestly, I don't know much about this category, so I'm just gonna wing it and pick this one. Games for Impact. For a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. I'm gonna be honest, I have not played a single one of these games. So honestly, I'm just gonna pick this one because I like the artwork. Best Ongoing, awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that involves the player experience over time. That's No Man's Sky easily, right? So I don't know anything about Final Fantasy XIV. Fortnite? All they really do is new game modes maybe, and they drop new skins. So like, no. Helldivers too? I think they just add like new guns and new skins maybe. Marvel Rivals, they pretty much just add a new map and a new character like every season. But No Man's Sky, ever since the release and the pretty big flop of this game, they've been pumping out free updates ever since their release, and like every few months, I see like one of their devs tweet something, and it's like a huge update, a huge free update, with like a ton of new shit. It's insane how much stuff they add to this game. So No Man's Sky clears this for me. Best Community Support, recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency and responsiveness, inclusive of social media activity and game updates and patches. I think that's easily No Man's Sky again. They are pretty good at that. Best Independent Game, for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher's system. Expedition 33, all the way. No, nothing else needs to be said. Best Debut Indie Game, for the best debut game created by a new independent studio. I've heard Blueprints received a lot of praise. I didn't personally play it. Despelote, I've honestly never heard of this game. And Dispatch, this game has been receiving a ton of praise recently. I haven't played it yet, but I do plan to. Pretty soon, hopefully. Everything I've seen about this game people love, but personally I'd have to pick Expedition 33. I think even if I did still play Dispatch, I think I'd prefer this more. Ooh, Best Mobile Game. For the best game playable on a mobile device. I've never played any of these, so I'm just gonna pick Sonic, because Sonic's cool. Best VR/AR. For the best game experience playable in virtual or augmented reality, irrespective of platform. Didn't Deadpool VR just come out recently? Like, how is this in the awards? So I don't think I've played any of these. But I have seen gameplay on Alien Rogue Incursion, and I think that looks pretty freaking cool. So honestly, I'm just gonna pick that one. Best action game. For the best game in the action genre, focus primarily on combat. Alright, so I haven't played any of these 3 games, but if we're talking about primarily combat, Doom the Dark Ages is all about combat. I mean, Battlefield 6's combat is just shooting, right? There's pretty much no variety in that. Just got your shooting of like assault rifles, SMGs, shotguns, LMGs, snipers, and that's pretty much it. Actually, also in Battlefield 6, there is the tank combat, the aerial combat, but I don't think that's really anything too special. So I'm gonna go Doom the Dark Ages easily. Best action adventure. The best action adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. Indiana Jones was pretty good at that. I don't know if Death Stranding 2 had too many puzzles, combining combat with traversal. Death Stranding 2 was pretty amazing at that. Combat and traversal in Ghost of Yotei, I mean, they were both pretty good in that game. Traversal in Yotei was just like Lara Croft style, I mean, like mountain climbing and like some pretty cool parkour jumps and like the rope swing thing that can like hang onto trees. But for me, a mix of combat and traversal, I think Death Stranding 2 wins that. Okay, best RPG. For the best game designed with rich player character customization and progression, including massively multiplayer experiences. The only multiplayer game out of this is Monster Hunter Wilds, I think. Why have they put massively multiplayer experiences? Unless I'm not understanding that right, that would only be Monster Hunter Wilds. But if we're just focusing on player character customization and progression, I think Expedition 33 would have to clear that for me. You have so much customization in this game. You've got like the actual outfit customization, the what's it called? Like the weapon move customization, and then you have like, I don't remember the exact name, but you have like the little augment things on top of that. I think what they were in like a bluish bar. I have no idea what they were called, but I'm gonna go with Expedition 33. Best fighting game. The best game designed primarily around head-to-head combat. I haven't played any of these. And I'm surprised they put the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection in there, because that only came out like maybe this month. And I haven't heard many good things about that. What I have heard good things about though is 2XKO. So like I have no personal opinion on this, but I've heard incredibly great things about this game. Best family game. For the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform. I've heard LEGO Voyages is pretty trash, but if we're focusing on family play, I think that would be Mario Kart World. I think Mario Kart has always been like an incredibly good family game. It's just an easy game you can throw on like your big screen family TV, and you can just game out. Although Split Fiction has been a pretty good like 2-player game, but personally I'd have to go with Mario Kart World. Best sim/strategy. Best game focused on real-time or turn-based simulation or strategy gameplay irrespective of platform. I haven't played any of these games. I've heard like the Civilization games are pretty good usually, but the Alters, when that released, that swept like the Twitch and YouTube scene. I only heard good things about the Alters, so I really don't have an opinion on any of these games. I'm just gonna pick the Alters from like what good things I've heard about it. Best sports and racing. For the best traditional and non-traditional sports and racing game. I haven't played any of these, but I've seen a lot of Mario Kart World gameplay, so I'm just gonna pick that. Best multiplayer for outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences. Blah blah blah. Damn, this is a good category. So if we're focusing on multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op, I would eliminate Battlefield 6, Elden Ring, and... no, probably just those two. I think Pete, Split Fiction, and Arc Raiders are pretty good multiplayer games, but personally, I think I'd have to go to Arc Raiders. The multiplayer in that game has been incredibly good. I have personally played a lot of like solo queuing with like random strangers, and I have queued up with like some other people while playing Arc Raiders. It's pretty easy to do. I think I'm gonna pick Arc Raiders, but Peak and Split Fiction, they are pretty good picks. Best adaptation, recognizing outstanding creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts a video game to another entertainment medium. Ooh. I haven't heard many good things about any of these, besides like The Last of Us. But it does say Season 2, and Season 2 really didn't go over that well with the fans. Although really, I don't think Until Dawn did either. From what I've heard, this movie is not really anything like the game. It's like a live, die, repeat thing I've heard. A Minecraft movie? I think that was pretty good with the younger audiences. So I think that's a good pick. Honestly, I think I might go with a Minecraft movie. I think the Minecraft movie faithfully adapts the video game more than The Last of Us Season 2. That might be an unpopular opinion, but I think The Last of Us 2 really strayed too far away from the game. So, a Minecraft movie it is. Oh, this is a good one. Most anticipated game, recognizing an announced game that has demonstrably illustrated potential to push the gaming medium forward. Ugh, that is such a good lineup, but potential to push the gaming medium forward. From what I've heard, 007 is pretty much a Hitman style game, and the gameplay looks pretty similar, so that's probably out for me. It's probably these four. Grand Theft Auto 6 would obviously be the pick. But how is it really going to push gaming forward? Like, what new things is it really going to add from, like, GTA 5 and really any other game? But then you can pretty much say the same about any of these games. So this is probably just an opinion-based category, really. What you prefer the most? I think I'm going to have to go with Wolverine. I've seen a lot of like trailers for this game, a lot of gameplay. I think this just looks like a pretty fun game. Content Creator of the Year. For a streamer or content creator who has made an important and positive impact on the community in 2025. I don't know this person. I don't watch Kai Cenat, nor Most Critical, nor Sakura Miko. This is an easy pick for me. The Peanut Bro. The Bungulator himself. My man. That's easy. Easy Content Creator of the Year. This guy is pushing entertainment to new places it hasn't even seen on Twitch. If you haven't watched The Burnt Peanut, I personally recommend him 100%. Dude is funny as hell. I love the dude. Oh, best esports game. I have no opinion on this, I'm just gonna pick CS2. Best esports athlete. Also no opinion. We're gonna pick anyone that isn't Valorant or League of Legends. So I'm gonna pick this dude. He looks chill. Best esports team? I really don't care about esports. I'll just pick the CS2 team. Because I think CS2 was pretty fun. Alright, so that's it. But it actually seems like this was round one of 3. I didn't know there were going to be more. So I mean, I guess if you want to see your videos on round 2 and round 3, I guess I'll check back when these actually release. And yeah, we might go through them again, might make a video on it if you guys enjoy this one. So that is going to be it for the Game Awards voting. Honestly, it was a pretty fun time. I'm pretty happy I did this as a video idea. Usually I vote every year and I just go through them casually and click through them. But this year I kind of wanted to make a video on it. It was pretty fun to do. They had some pretty amazing categories, pretty good nominees. Although I do think Ghost of Yotei got a bit snubbed for some of these categories. I think Yotei should have definitely been in the Game of the Year. But anyways, that's going to be it for me. I hope you enjoyed watching this different kind of video. Let me know if you want to see more kinds of videos like this. Also, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, leave a comment down below on what your personal Game of the Year is. And yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. And we'll see you in the next video.